It is 6 a.m. on December 7, 1941. The Japanese carriers 250 miles north of Hawaii Island are all set to attack. The final orders are coming down. Pilots finish their last drinks. They've sailed here in secret across the Pacific for 11 days, and now they're heading for Pearl Harbor Navy Base, and will deal America the most terrible defeat in history. Just a few hours ago, Pearl Harbor was not only the paradise of the U.S. Marines, it was the headquarters of Navy forces in the Pacific. Strategically located in the middle of the bay, but service here was also diversified by sunbathing or surfing on the famous beaches. Even though World War II had been raging in Europe for over 2 years and relations with Japan, which was expanding across East Asia, were at a frost point, everyone in Hawaii seemed to think, nothing can happen to us here in the middle of the Pacific 3,750 miles from Japan. But that was a mistake. Japan, which in the 1930s began to run out of natural resources, was determined to conquer more Asian territories, and to prevent America from interfering with its expansion, Navy Commander Yamamoto came up with a shocking plan: destroy the American fleet right at its base in Hawaii. He was inspired by the British attack on the Italian port of Tarentum in 1840, which knocked out half the Italian battle fleet. So now, on the morning of December 7, the first wave of attacks on the sleeping Pearl Harbor is coming. Surprisingly, 180 planes meet no resistance. Although the American radio operators intercept the Japanese, they misinterpret them as an American squad of F-17 bombers returning from California. It is 7 hours and 55 minutes and attack begins. In less than an hour, a second wave of Japanese attack will arrive, another 170 planes. All of runways around the base are destroyed, and with almost all of the planes on them. It wasn't even that difficult because the planes were lined up side by side on runways. Only 8 American pilots managed to get into the air in time. Ships are attacked by bombs from the air, but mainly by dropping specially modified torpedoes. A normal torpedo floats at a depth of 65 feet, but in the relatively shallow bay of Pearl Harbor, it would have hit bottom, so the Japanese redesigned it to 32 feet. It is wreaking a devastating amount of havoc on the base. The battleship Arizona explodes after the ammunition storage is hit. Huge blast kills almost all the sailors on board, 1,177 men. The battleship Oklahoma is capsized on its side, inside dozens of sailors are fighting to survive with water burning all around, and dead bodies float in the water. Our soldiers still alive trying to swim ashore. The attack lasted 200 minutes, and there are 16 destroyed ships, over 350 aircraft, and almost 2,500 Americans. Then the Japanese planes return to the area to celebrate the victory. There is a third wave of attacks to finish off the victory on the field. Commanders are leading the action of rescuing German ships towards the Japanese shores. This later proves to be a big mistake. Pearl Harbor, by the U.S. Navy, was enclosed. 36 hours of welded and exploded all the last survivors out. There is also good news. Many of the ships didn't really go into the air, because the Japanese instead the shipyard and the doing supplies. Insulated very late attacks. And other important news, all the aircraft are very efficient ground movement. The Japanese, they celebrate the march. That's not the end. The stations in Roosevelt is still domination. It is the greatest change in Asian history. The American giant is on the move. He declares war on Japan, and then on Germany, and the previously European-only war becomes a world war. The Japanese have no idea that, in December 1941, how their Hawaiian adventure, which was originally intended to knock America out of the war, not drag it into it, would end. For America's retaliation would be long, bloody, and ultimately overwhelming.